Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump in really quickly before the video starts and say that I know people have kind of wanted me to edit down the Draw Mohammed broadcast a little bit to, more just the Draw Mohammed parts instead of the ass random tangents we got off onto. I know that a 2 hour and 20-minute broadcast can be a little daunting to watch, and doesn't have a whole lot of rewatch value. So I went ahead and edited it down to just the parts where we were talking about Muhammad or drawing Muhammad, or anything kind of related to that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's only about half an hour long now, so enjoy. All right, we are live. Hello, I am Beelzebub, and welcome to my channel. And today, hopefully this isn't everybody, but we are going to be shit-talking the Prophet Muhammad and drawing the Prophet Muhammad in response to the European Court of Human Rights declaring that insulting the Prophet Muhammad is not free speech. So if everybody else wants to introduce themselves and maybe take a little dig at the Prophet, piss be upon him.
Okay, I am the Lavender Lady, and a cattail is in front of me. I happen to do a lot of response videos. One of my favorite targets is Catholic Answers, because I'm an ex-Catholic, basically. And Sylvia, please be nice. And Sylvia is the kitty that has me, by the way, and she's a dear. Okay, next.
Go ahead, Evan.
Come on now. Make me go. I'm Evans Murphy, otherwise known as the Faithless Southerner. Is that a revelation?
Yes. Did I do a Saturday shout out for you?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, that's it. YouTube channel is still young, but we'll be getting content soon. And Mohammed is a illiterate piece of shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Or was an illiterate piece of shit. Luckily, he's dead.
And a pedophile, by the way.
Yeah, and a pedophile. So, screw him. All right, Duke, to you.
All right. I am the Duke of all bonanzas. I am a high priest of the Church of the Risen Macho Man, Randy Savage. I live in Florida. I was asked to describe it recently, which I said it was hot, moist, and there's a lot of camouflage for no apparent reason. I don't make YouTube videos, but I am occasionally allowed on a stream where I behave like a buffoon.
Sounds like an atmosphere.
Oh yeah, and I'm sorry, I forgot the last part of it. Muhammad likes his ladies like he likes his scotch, 12 years old and mixed up with Coke.
Love it.
Let me write that down.
Oh, damn.
We're all gonna die.
That is a true statement.
That is an inevitability.
Oh my!
Just how is becoming more and more apparent the longer this stream goes.
Okay, Evans, I looked at my channel, and I guess not. The shout out I did was for the skeptical Southerners, so I'm going to have to do another shout out for the faithless Southerners.
There you go.
Okay.
It was
There you go.
ludicrously
Thank you.
more difficult than I imagined to actually come up with a name. And so, and then I just go by my real name anyway. So, because I'm
Well, there you go, man.
fearless like that. Who cares?
I got my name from a porn star name generator meme. It said, "What's your porn star name?" The first name is the name of your pet. The second name is the name of the street you grew up on. Our dog is Duke. I grew up on Bonanza Drive. Duke Bonanza.
Okay, fine.
That's gotta be a made-up street name.
And okay, as long as we're doing that, my name, my actual name, the name people know me by and wish they didn't know me by, is Diana Clarion. But I became the Lavender Lady because of Lavender's reference to queer, LGBT. Because I mean, as the world already knows, I'm a lesbian trans woman, so that's where that fits.
I had no idea the color lavender was associated to the queer community. I learned something today.
Oh, yay! Wow.
That's good, 'cause I never learn anything.
I think it's a rather old association, if you will, meaning it probably predates you guys.
More than likely.
Okay.
I'll buy it.
Well, I predate you guys. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm the matron around here. I'm matron of the internet.
Well, I mean, I am only 32, so I'm not too old.
Oh, I remember 32.
So do I. It was a
You
rough
are
time.
you
Yeah,
are
same.
a little over half my age.
So how old does everybody think that I am? Just out of curiosity.
27.
I'd say around 30.
Well, Evans, I'm actually gonna say you're about 26.
Oh, come on now. I'm 28. Y'all were close. Wasn't
Okay.
bad.
I weigh in at 61.
So I'm the youngest here.
40.
40? I wouldn't have guessed
Yep.
that. Of course, I've only ever heard your voice, but
Well, that means you don't follow my Twitter.
I follow your Twitter. I don't think I've ever seen any pictures of you on there, though.
I put them on there.
It's really interesting though. Being an old lady online, I don't get a lot of the references that go around, and it's kind of amusing at times. You know, I'll sit there, what? And then people have to explain things to me.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, okay.
That's what gets me through it, because I don't know half of what people are saying either. They'll have some new reference that's totally foreign to me, and I'll be like, I have to go find out what this is.
Shit. The last thing I had in an Urban Dictionary was soy boy. And I've already forgotten what the fuck it is.
Oh, and I was just going to ask you. Damn it.
It's an effeminate male.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I've never understood why that's a pejorative. I mean, I embrace both the feminine and the masculine sides of my personality. I will sashay around. I don't give a shit.
there you go.
Okay, so I have learned something today. The day is not a waste.
All right. So for anyone watching now or in the future, where was this? I want to say somewhere in Austria. Yeah, a 47-year-old from Vienna, being known only as Mrs. S, went to the European Court of Human Rights, and they upheld the lower court of Vienna in convicting her for, I guess, hate speech, for saying Mohammed was a pedophile, even though when he married Aisha, who, you know, according to him is his favorite, she was 6. But at the very least, he didn't fuck her until she was 9. So
Good for him.
Clearly
Great
not a
guy.
pedophile.
Great.
That
guy.
shows an enormous amount of self-control.
Yes.
He should have written one of those positive self-reinforcement books.
Like the Quran.
Yeah,
No,
but there's
he's
nothing
like
positive
Trump.
about
He
the
had that
Quran.
ghost written for him because he's illiterate.
Yeah, he couldn't write that because, you know, he couldn't write. But you whatever. Freaking.
Yeah,
He's my least favorite religious leader from the ancient days.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Pretty awful.
Like, you know, Jesus was bad enough, but occasionally, at least things that were attributed to Jesus, you know, had some wisdom to them. But Muhammad said so much stupid shit during his career that, I mean, you can clearly tell, because I've read the Quran, and you can clearly tell he's just making it up as he goes along. Like, just like, here, I'm going to pull this out of left field.
Well, didn't he steal half of it from the Christian Bible anyway?
Well, a lot of it is
Out
because
of
it's an
it.
Abrahamic religion. He just claimed to be another
Yeah.
prophet like Jesus, which is a great thing. Joseph Smith did it later on, and to
Mhm.
great success. But yeah, it's like copying somebody else's copied homework.
Well, more or less.
That-
And
But I
they told
mean,
two friends, and they told two friends, then they told two friends.
that's like a generational game of telephone. But I mean, at the very least, she didn't have too severe a punishment. I mean, all she had to pay was 480 euros in fines plus legal fees, but that still shouldn't have been a fucking thing, and there's the
My word.
link that I'm looking at right now for the story. But I mean that's the point of free speech. Okay, so for a fucking court that calls itself a human rights court, it's doing more damage to human rights to squash free speech than protecting an ideology, which I don't think ideologies should have rights. They should be able to stand up on their own. They shouldn't need violence to back them up.
Right.
That's true. That's true. And when it comes down to the blasphemy laws thing, like I'd gotten into it. I think it was with I can't never say his name right, but Andrew Stradaleus or whatever his name is, however you say it. I got into it with him about that. Yeah, in the neck twice with whatever implement you can get your hands on. But he was trying to make the case that blasphemy laws are fine because blasphemy is a form of libel. To which it's like, no, in order to accomplish that, you have to have a government that accepts that God, and really specifically a certain God, is real off the bat. Because you can't apply the same rights you apply to a person to a fake entity that doesn't exist or can't be proved.
That's a good one. I actually like the Tao Te Ching.
Yeah, I could be a Taoist if I had to be something.
I could not be any of it. I am so made that I cannot believe.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take. It would literally take God standing in front of me and somehow proving that it's God for me to believe in it. Otherwise,
you mean you wouldn't be convinced by our friendly friend Mohammed? Come on now.
Speaking of which, no, Evans, you bring us right back where we need to be, actually, by showing that drawing.
I drew Mohammed.
Hold on. Okay, 1 second.
I think he's a cute dude.
I think that's actually a probably better drawing than I can do.
Yeah, well, I was inspired by Neil's drawing. I didn't put a whole lot of effort. I can actually draw pretty well, but I don't think that shitty prophet's worth my skill. So, to hell with him. There he is, lazy eye and all.
See, I've got the idea, but I don't think it's a good idea because the idea would have been, him and Aisha. That's just not good.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to get your channel banned, so I kept mine PG-13.
Well, what I wish I had the talent for, I wish I had the talent to draw Muhammad the way Picasso drew Franco. From some of the artwork he did around the Spanish Civil War, you have Franco walking down the street with his dick coming from the crotch up to about here, and he's got it with both hands. One of these deals. Picasso did not like Franco at all. What can I tell you?
I'm liking Dukes as well. That's far more effort than I would have put into Muhammad. Of course, Duke's muted, so.
Oh my God!
If he's talking shit, which he is.
Snap! I forgot that I was muted. I muted myself to go in the house and grab it. But yeah, there's my chibi Muhammad. He's adorable, but he'll kill you.
Oh. As soon as it loads, I'll show Neil's drawing of Muhammad. Right, so here is my piss poor drawing of Muhammad. He's yelling Allahu Snakbar, and Aisha is yelling "Help me."
Help me! I can't do it the way Robin Williams did. Help me! No, that's not high enough.
Poor Aisha. She was the real victim here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have enough good things to say about Mohammed.
And by the way, anyone watching this, please feel free to tag me in your drawings of Mohammed on Twitter.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to see them.
You know, a while back I was trying to organize a blasphemy stream, and it didn't go very well, man. Like everybody was like, "I blaspheme all the time." And I was like, "Yeah, but I mean, I want a concerted effort. I want like to get a bunch of people together and to put real effort into seeing which one of us can find the most blasphemous thing we can say about any god figure you want to pick." And it's like I couldn't get it. I couldn't get any traction with it.
I would have so been in for that.
Oh, there we go.
I'd definitely be down for it.
Some blasphemy.
Like, did you try to get me in it, or what was?
I didn't
what
know
was
you
my
yet.
excuse?
You weren't on the scene quite yet. It was back in when I first went on Neil's stream and did my deconversion thing, and then I was putting it out there, and people. It was more or less like, why would we do that when we just do that all the time anyways? I was like, because it would be fun. And I was really like dealing with all that red pill religion crew back then. So it was just like, that would be just fantastic to just get on there and slam God as hard as possible and then just tweet it out and tag every one of those bastards with it. And then go watch their stream, enjoy the fun times that happen and their reaction to it.
Oh, here's a good one for you. Catholics may believe Mary is a virgin, but after a good night with me, she'll be all worn out.
The one I like was a introduction at a Peter, Paul, and Mary concert. You had, "Hi, I'm Peter. I'm not the apostle. Hi, I'm Paul. I'm not the apostle. Hi, I'm Mary, and you know I'm not a virgin."
Yeah, I want to create I'd like to create a masturbatory device out of mold of the hands of the Messiah.
There's no way that hasn't been done yet. There's no way. And if it has, like, you need to copyright that right now.
You get a hand job from Jesus.
Yeah, but would it go through the nail hole or in the praying hands? I'm
Talk
confused.
about blasphemy.
Oh, either one of those would be fantastic.
So it'd be like reversible? Yeah, there you go. Different textures.
There's something else, you know, we were coming on here originally to talk about Muhammad, you know. Why do you guys think there's such a pro-Islamic stance on the left?
I really can't figure that out.
I mean, they are antithetical to everything the left believes, down to the very minute detail. I mean, everything. And yet there's like some kind of weird ideology around it that's like, we need to protect this group of people. And I don't get it.
We really don't, though.
Could it be the...
Go ahead.
Oh, could it be the inclusivity thing? We have to be inclusive, and they are somebody else, so we have to include them. I don't know.
So my personal theory, and this is just me saying things that are probably incredibly stupid. It's something I do often. My personal theory would be that for practically ever, the left has stood for minority rights. And especially in the wake of 9/11, with the abhorrent things that were done to more peaceful Muslims, it really ramped up that. But especially in America, on the left, Muslims are a minority. And as such, they receive almost a sacred status, regardless of what they do. And I think that the corrosion of local politics, of American politics, causes people who are on the left to view Islam as kind of a minority thing, you know, because it's a minority over here. So we really need to protect these people that are being unfairly persecuted. But but in reality, Islam is not a minority. It's a
At all.
supermajority in the grand scope of things. And if it's on the same track, it'll beat out Christianity and not many
Very
years
soon.
at all. And so I think that's at least my read on it, because especially the Islam sympathies kicked up after 9/11, as far as I can tell. And I don't remember 9/11 that well, but
shut
at least
up.
in the and, you know, at least in the research that I've done, it seems to be that in the wake of 9/11, there was a lot of abhorrent things done to Muslims, and as such, they kind of became a protected in-group, similar to other people of color. And then from that, it extended and got stuck in a positive feedback loop, and now Islam is sort of viewed as sacred by the left because of those things.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I have.
Conundrum, though. Like,
Go ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead. I didn't mean to
I
interrupt.
was, okay.
After you! No, after you!
This is
Yeah,
gonna
we're
turn
not
into a Monty
Canadian
Python
here.
sketch in a second.
We're not Canadian here. This is not
I
a Canadian
thought you
stream.
were.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
But, like, I mean, I have no issue whatsoever with, you know, protecting Muslim people, you know, who actually deserve it, you know, non-extremists who aren't beheading people. You know, I have no problem with protecting, you know, innocent people, you know, but I look at Islam the same way I look at any form of Christianity or any other religion out there. Ideologies don't deserve protection. People do.
And that's something
Correct.
the left gets terribly wrong, because the left often conflates beliefs with the identity of a person, and to some degree they are, but and the right does it too. People do it in general, but just because I criticize your beliefs doesn't mean that I dislike you as a person. You know?
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember, like, I don't know if it's still going on, but the massacre of the Muslims by the Buddhists in where was that at? I can't think of the name of the country.
You're killing me.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, there was a
Your
huge
friend.
massacre. There were some extremists, but the Buddhists in this country were going in and just killing everybody, and they had put landmines along the border,
Sri Lanka?
so that when the kids, yep, that's it. So when the kids, I was going to say Sri Lanka, but I couldn't remember it exactly. But when the kids would try to sneak over the border to get food in the night, they would get blown up by landmine. It's just horrific, and I'm all about stopping that. I don't care that it's happening to Muslims. I don't like that it's happening to anybody.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean we have to be. Yeah, it doesn't mean we have to be dishonest about how about the effect that Islam has on society on a worldwide range, just across the board. We don't have to be dishonest about that to say that we need to protect people that are not doing harm. You know what I mean? But it seems like nobody wants to take that. If you take that hard stance, you're immediately labeled a racist and a bigot. You know, and no matter how many times you try to point out that Islam is not a race. It's an ideology. It's a belief system. You just get shouted down.
Well, that is just like Judaism. People don't get it that Jewish is not a race; it's an ideology. But same thing. And interesting, more or less the same area of the world. Although that's totally coincidental.
Well, I mean, obviously, the creator of the universe liked that little circle in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty fond.
I mean, it's a good circle.
Well, I mean, it's sand, and until the discovery of oil, I'm not quite sure why anybody would live there. But you know, fantastic.
It's the promised land, man.
It's because God's a jackass. It's because God's a jackass. If he was a good guy, he'd have picked San Diego. He'd pick somewhere moderate with a nice climate, and you could get water in there, whatever. You know what I mean? No, he had to pick the desert.
That was the funny thing that Hitchens said at one point, that this God had to reveal himself to a very small group of illiterate sheep herders in the only part of the Middle East that didn't have oil.
Well, that's not true. He revealed himself to Joseph Smith, who was in the Americas.
No.
I mean,
but he was in New York at the time, not Texas.
Yeah, but we're not going to get in those kind of Like, I mean, that's just a detail. Jeez. Quit with your facts, lady.
Yeah. As an American, your facts confuse and enrage me.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
okay,
here's-
We're from the South. That's doubly true.
That is
I actually
doubly
have
true
a-
in the South.
I have a really good movie for you guys to check out. It's called The Man from Earth, and basically, I can't really say that without giving away the entire plot, but there is a scene that has probably my favorite piece of blasphemy in all of cinema in it, and I really think you guys will love it as much as I do. Indigenous
What's it
DNA,
called?
yes, this ruling does undermine freedom of speech. That's why we drew Muhammad. Pissed me upon
do
him.
we have... Oh, hi, Indigenous DNA. How are you? Have we encountered each other? I don't know if I know you.
I think
I don't
that
recognize
Duke
them,
wins
but
the best
welcome.
picture, though, for Muhammad. I will nominate him for that award.
Well, yeah, he has the best because he spent the most time on it by the looks of it. He literally watched me draw mine in 2 minutes.
I spent about 5 minutes drawing that.
I doodled mine while we were talking about rape, which I think is fitting.
There you go.
Well, I mean, let's see. Where's my camera at? Okay, well, first I had to draw a kitty for my daughter. And then after I got done with that, I went ahead and I did this one first. I don't know if you guys can see the... And then I settled on... Then I settled on this one. This is my little chibi.
The kitty looks kind of anime-ish.
Yeah, she
yeah,
likes anime. She's a little weeb. So I had to...
man.
First I grabbed the deadpan. I totally forgot to give Muhammad a beard. You guys let me fuck up in a big way.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna
Well,
say
it was for the
anything.
lulls.
I mean,
Well, that's... Yeah, the
people with
absence
all-
of the beard is blasphemous enough, you know?
that is true. I think Duke and I are the derail masters.
Yeah, I'm giving you.
And you put us together, I don't think anybody has a chance. But I actually did draw Muhammad, so damn it.
I did too. I'm not showing it again because I'm not turning my fucking camera back on.
Don, do you have a Muhammad?
I did not draw Muhammad
Get
because I
out.
live in Canada.
Out now.
Oh, man, come on.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. But really, this is educational, right? That's why it's happening. So if it's educational, showing people what not to do in countries that banned it.
Yes. Definitely do not protest by drawing or calling Muhammad a pedophile. Because he definitely fucked a 9-year-old.
Right.
I don't know if I'd call any part of this stream educational.
Well, you get to learn how depraved people can be.
That seems to be a bit of a stretch. But
It's you got a low bar for education if you consider this educational.
I am from Alabama.
Well, this is America.
Before I stop the broadcast, can everybody go around and talk about your channels real quick? I'm going to link all of them in a comment, but just give like a brief overview of what you guys do.
Okay, who wants to go first?
You go first.
Okay. I am the Lavender Lady. I actually go by Diana Clarion, but my channel name is the Lavender Lady. I do response videos mostly. Catholic Answers has been one of my favorite targets. I also appear on Sci Strike's movie night. If anybody ever wants to have a whole lot of fun listening to stupid videos being debunked point by point, please come on down to movie night. Cy does a really great show. It's at midnight Eastern, Friday to Saturday, that midnight. So fool around with your time zones from there. I happen to be there, and that's not why I'm. No, you don't believe that, do you? It is not why I'm pushing it. Next, before I get myself into more trouble.
All right. So is it time for somebody else to go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right. I am the Duke of all Bonanzas. I act like a jerk-faced boo-boo head to Theus on Twitter. That's what I do. And make an ass of myself on streams. That's essentially
Oh,
my
you
internet career.
didn't do that here.
Not here, but it's happened.
You're a jerk
Uh,
too, though, Duke. So that's why we love you. Opportunity.
I have a blog. I have a blog at dukebonanza.com that I don't write on nearly as often as I should. And that's about it on me.
Cool.
All right, Don,
Evan?
I asked first.
Wow.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I thought you were the super
Wow.
public speaker dude.
I am. That's why I'm going last.
How old are you guys again?
Well,
28.
I'm Don from Another Freaking Atheist. I'm on YouTube. YouTube stuff slowed down a lot, and hopefully will pick up soon. And I'm Don Micho on Twitter. That's about that. Nothing more to say, Evan. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm Evans Murphy. My YouTube channel will be Faithless Southerner. You can follow me at faithlesssouth at faithlesssouth on Twitter. I have a blog, faithlesssoutherner.com. The YouTube doesn't have any content yet. That will be changing very rapidly. And I will cover everything we're not supposed to talk about on my channel, including religion and politics.
All right.
Yay.
So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Everybody who has made it this far, definitely follow everyone on my panel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure they would too. If you want to put up a picture on Twitter of your drawing of Mohammed, please do, and tag us, because I'm sure we'd all love to see it. But that's going to do it for this one, so I'll see you all later on.
And
Much
for,
love, everybody.
and for peace sake, like and subscribe.